Welcome to
Coding with Kids.
My name is Clea.
And my name is Andrew.
Today we use ChatGPT to make a game in Python.
So today we're going to use ChatGPT to make a tic-tac-toe game. So we ask it, can you make a tic-tac-toe game in Python and explain it to me like a Python beginner? So ChatGPT says, certainly, I'll provide a simplified version of a tic-tac-toe game in Python and explain the code step by step for beginners. So then I'm going to explain the code. So first we're going to create an empty tic-tac-toe board so you can visualize the board and know where to put your X's and circles. So we're going to create a variable called board and create a list. And we're going to put empty spaces for in range 3, and then we're going to keep doing it again. We're going to do it again, so we're going to create a 3x3 board. Then we're going to create a function called printBoard to actually print the tic-tac-toe board. So there's board, and then for row and board, we're going to print the line to separate the spaces where you can put your X's and your circles, and also for the columns and the rows. Then we're going to print the board. Then step 3, we're going to create a function to check if there is a win. We're going to create a function called check win with board and player. And then we're going to first to check rows. Then we're going to use a for loop. For row and board, if all the cells or spaces in each row equals player for cell and row, that means if all the cells have the same in a certain row have the same symbol, which is X or circle, it'll return true. If nobody won in a row, it will check for columns, and it was basically the same code but for columns, and then it will return true if somebody won with a column. If not, it'll keep going and check diagonals in the for loop. So here, if board 0, 0, which are coordinates for the small board, 0, 0 equals board 1, 1, and then 2, 2 equals the player, which is a symbol, we're going to return true, and we're going to do the same for the other diagonal. And if still doesn't return true, we're going to return false because nobody won yet. Then I'm going to create the main game loop, which is the loop where we actually run the game. So I'm going to create the current player variable equals X because X goes first. Then we're going to have a while true loop. So step 5, get the current player's move. So we're going to create two variables, row and column, in which we will input our coordinates from 1 to 2 for the row and column. Then it'll store our input in the row and column variables. Step 6, check if the chosen cell is valid. So you may get an invalid cell, like it's out of the board, or somebody already put their symbol there. So it'll check if board row call is not an empty space. If an empty space, then you can put it, but it says not an empty space, it'll print invalid move. Please try again, and then it'll continue. Step 7, update the board with the current player's move. We're going to do board row column equals current player. And then next, we're going to print the updated board. We're going to simply print board. And then we're going to check for a win after a player puts their new symbol. So if check win, board and current player, then if it's true, it'll print player, whichever player it is, X or circle or 0 or O, wins, and then it'll break. And then step 10, we're going to check for a tie if it passes the check for a check for a win. And then if all cell is not a space, that means all cells are filled, but it already checked if there's a win, so there's no win, so it's a tie. Then we're going to print it's a tie and break. And if it's not a tie or a win, we're going to switch to next player, and then current player equals 0, which is basically circle. Then if current player equals X else X. And then here we also made ChatGPT to give us a simple explanation here, which you can read. And then it says, that's it. With this code, players can take turns entering their moves, and the game will check for wins and ties until there is a conclusive result. So now we're going to put that code in Visual Studio Code, and you can see the code here. And now me and Kalia are going to play a game. So do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay, let's see. I like to play. I'm very good at this game. To row 0. And then I'm 6, 0. So now I have X. Your turn.
Row 1 and column 1.
So 1, 1. That's the middle. So now I'm gonna test, and I'm gonna show you. If we enter invalid position, like 6 and 8. So it's incorrect. So, and then you did 1.
1, 1.
1, and then I'll do, for example, I already did 0, 0. So we're gonna do 0 and then 0. Then it says invalid move, please try again. So now I'm just gonna put it at here, which is 2, 2. Okay, so now your turn.
I'm gonna do 1, 0.
So now she threatened it, so I have to block it, which is 1, 2.
Okay.
So now your turn. You have to block it now.
0, 2.
Now I have to block the diagonal. So I think it's gonna be a tie.
Yeah.
Let's do 2, 0. Okay, so there are 2 more spaces.
2. That's 1. 2, 1.
So now it's a tie. So I have to do 0, 1. So then it's a tie. Let's play again. You go first.
0, 2.
Let's do 2, 0. So I blocked the diagonal.
2, 2.
Let's block it. 1, 2.
1, 1.
Okay. Let's see. So we block it here. That's 0, 0. I think it's gonna be a tie again.
0. Yeah, it's a tie.
2, 1.
0, 1.
So now let's see what happens if somebody wins. So let's simply do 0, 0. And then this guy, the second player does 2,
0.
0. Then I do 1, 1. So now I'm threatening, pretend they're dumb. They do 1, 0. And then if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna do 2, 2. So then player X wins.
So if player O wins, then it will say player O wins.
Yeah, so now you can try this out and play with people. Well, that was fun, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe. Bye-bye.